Yup. I guess, yes, we are up. How's everyone doing? Hope you guys are having a lovely Saturday. This is the Spring Cornucopia. Anything and everything. Got a bunch of questions sent to me. Going to be talking about football camps. Just basically everything for the Spring Cornucopia. If you don't know who I am, I'm Coach Big Pete, a.k.a. Peter Lineberg, DeepDishFootball.com. Make sure you follow Coach Big Pete and Deep Dish Football on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. My email is CoachBigPeteFP@gmail.com. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. And I am currently right now on Facebook Live on the Deep Dish Football Facebook page. I'm also on Instagram Live. I'm also on Snapchat. I'm on TikTok as well. Make sure you follow me there as well. And again, my email is CoachBigPeteFP@gmail.com. Still looking for advertisers and sponsors for this fall. Again, I'm trying to get something put together where the Deep Dish Football Player of the Night in the state of Illinois gets a little bit of an award for his play on a Friday night. And I'm trying to get a little bit of a sponsor behind it. If anyone's interested, again, my email is CoachBigPeteFP@gmail.com. And again, if you like my work, feel free to leave tips/donation via PayPal link below. Also, the Deep Dish Football is looking for writers, interns, graphic design, anything else, anything if you're interested. And trust me, no, not that much pay. I'm not gonna lie to you. I can put your PayPal link below or a Vimo link below if you want a tip. If a reader likes your work, can leave you a tip. If you're interested, again, my email is CoachBigPeteFP@gmail.com. Also, subscribe to the YouTube channel. This video is also going to be on YouTube as well. Make sure you check it out. All right, so we got a mixture of questions and stuff that it's going to probably be at the end where I'm going to answer emails and DMs. So let's get to summer camps. And again, some people have asked me, what summer camps am I going to be at? I'm going to be at the North Central 3-day camps. I'll be at the Lake Forest camps. I plan to make it to the SIU camp. And also, most likely, we'll be at the Northwestern camp, too. I'm going to try to make it to the University of Illinois camp. And I'm definitely going to try to make a trek out to the University of Iowa Hawkeye camp, too. Thank you for the invite, Coach Ferentz. So, let's get started, shall we? So, for college camps, and I talk about this numerous times, was the last thing that I want to say, but I'm going to put it on top. The most ingenious thing that I've seen for a high school camp for a college camp is kids and parents going to a FedEx store, Kinko's, whatever it's called, a UPS store, and getting business cards made. And they have their information, their huddle, their Twitter, their GPA, their height, their weight, their all their times, what they can lift. They have a picture of themselves, what team they play for, their coach's contact information, their contact information. It's on a card, and they give it out to college coaches during camp. So that's a little thing that you might want to think of. If you don't have enough money for that, I understand. But a nice little business card I have seen works wonders and helps a lot of college coaches identify players. All right. Now, we get into the thing. I hate to do this. If you're making a card, do not put how many stars you have or rankings you have. College coaches do not give a shit about rankings, and they do not give a shit about recruiting stars. Recruiting stars are usually given after offers are made. It's just a lazy way to make money. That's all it is. And I know I got a couple friends in that business, but they know it's a complete joke. So don't think too much in recruiting stars and recruiting rankings. College coaches could give two shits about them. It's basically toilet paper for them. So please understand. It's a waste. Don't even mention it. Don't even mention it. I'm going to tell you that right now. Wear old football cleats. Again, this is old stuff. Like, I've seen kids literally put on new football cleats they never wore for camp, and they literally killed their feet. They killed their feet, and it could cause injury too. Wear old football cleats. You don't need to look flashy for a football camp. I'm sick and tired of seeing kids, oh, I got these new gloves. I got this new t-shirt. Wear what you got. Wear what you've worn before. You don't need to be flashy in your game and that. Usually the flashiest players in the college camps are usually the weakest players in college camps, and that's the honest truth. So please, wear old football cleats. Third, hydrate, hydrate, and hydrate. You think this is an absolute stupid thing that I just said, but a lot of kids forget to hydrate before a college camp, and I am a strong proponent of basically you gotta hydrate. That's one of the most important things. I've seen kids literally pass out on fields because they didn't hydrate. College coaches make offers. Writers don't. Scouts don't. I don't make offers. College coaches do. You're there to impress college coaches. You're not there to impress me. That's the most important thing. A lot of kids, oh, I'm going to go to college camp. I'm going to say hi to this writer. I want to impress him. You should not be impressing any effing writers. Writers don't give offers. College coaches do. Introduce yourself to college coaches. That's the most important thing. And I can't stop talking about that. Literally. Writers don't give offers. It's publicity. That's all it is. It's BS publicity. You're there to impress the college coaches. Please understand that, recruits. All right. Again, respect all college coaches. Division I, Division II, Division III, NAIA, JUCO, all of them. Please show respect to all the coaches. Do not just walk away from a Division III coach. I've seen it a lot. Or I've seen, well, I'm not coach. I'm not going to be D3. I'm Division I. I literally have seen kids lose offers because they said that shit, and I'm talking about Division I offers because of mutual friends between coaches. Don't do that. Be nice and respectful to all college coaches, Division III, Division II, and AIA. Please, I beg of you. Oh, and again, during sets, don't worry about mistakes. You'll bounce back from the next one. I've seen kids just take it out on themselves that they made a mistake during a set, during a catch, a one-on-one drill, and they get upset with themselves. I'm telling you this right now. Clear it through your mind, think nothing of it, and bounce back. That's all I gotta say. Don't be hung up on one missed set, one bad set. I'm telling you that right now. That's the most important thing. Select the camps that best fit you. And I say this numerous times to kids. I've had kids literally go to some FBS camps when they should have been going to a few FCS camps. I've had kids go to, I'll say it right now, they went to a Notre Dame camp when they should have went to a Division II camp that had FCS coaches. And it was a complete waste of time because he wasn't an FBS player. He wasn't an FBS level player. And he didn't know that. His parents didn't know that. And some shit-ass paid-for recruiting service told him to go to the Notre Dame camp. He was not an FBS level player. And he missed out. Find the camps that best fit you. There are some camps that are best for linebackers. There are some camps that are best for quarterbacks. There are some camps that are best for wide receivers. There are some camps that are best for linemen. There are some camps that are absolutely horrible for linemen. Find the camp that best fits you. Again, and talk to your high school coach. I'm telling you this right now. The most important thing in recruiting is with your high school coach. Communication between you and your high school coach is the most important thing for recruiting. Please understand that. That is the most important thing. You must have an open thing of communication with your high school coach. He is the most important person in your recruiting. I beg of you, kids, parents, please understand that. Your high school coach is the most important middleman. He should be the only middleman. He is the most important thing. College coaches only want to hear from the high school coach. Please understand that. have a positive relationship with your high school coach. Again, try to make it to camps early. Introduce yourself to college coaches. Hi, my name is yada, yada, yada. I play for yada, yada, yada. Again, make it early. Try to make it early. Introduce yourself to as many college coaches as you can. That's the most important thing. Parents, be on your best behavior during camps. For the love of everything holy, please be on your best behavior. Again, we are seeing more through the years now. Parents are being judged on their character and what they put on social media and what they do during camps. So please, parents, be on your best behavior. Where at least, and this is the most important thing, and this is one of the stupidest things that I could say, and kids need to understand this. Wear at least one piece of clothing that identifies your high school. That's one of the huge things that a lot of kids don't do. They don't wear a piece of clothing that identifies what high school they went to. Please do that. Kids, please wear one piece of clothing that identifies your high school. It helps out a lot, and they can find it on Huddle really quick too. Please, and I'm going to say this again, kids, please wear one piece of clothing that identifies your high school. College coaches do not give a flying shit about your 7-on-7 team or what training service you're with. The most important thing is that you have at least one thing of clothing that identifies your high school. That is one of the most important things. Please understand that, kids and parents. Introduce yourself to many coaches. Shake the hands. Eye contact with the coaches. Hi, my name is yada, yada, yada. All that shebang. Make sure your numbers are visible when you have camp numbers given to you. Make sure those numbers are visible. If it's wrongly put or together or it looks like a different number, say, hey, can I get a new number? Can I please get something visible? Do not overcamp. For the love of everything holy, kids. Parents, these are kids. These are teenagers. They got to have fun over the summer. Do not overcamp. I've seen injuries happen to kids because they were overcamped. I've seen freshmen and sophomores go to 10 and 11 camps when they should be only going to 2 or 3. And I say this, you can over the free camp limit is perfect for a incoming senior, but for an incoming junior, incoming sophomore, incoming freshman, especially incoming freshmen shouldn't be doing camps. That's my personal feeling. Kids are kids. They need to have fun during their summer. Do not overcamp them. Please. And kids, if you're tired and you don't want to go to a camp, just say, hey, you know what, I'm not feeling this camp. I don't want to go to it. I'm too tired, because I've seen kids literally get injured. I had a former player of mine get injured at the Northwestern camp. And it was and he should have it should never been there, but it sucks. It really does suck. So please understand it. Don't overcamp. All right. And that is, again, have fun at the camps. Have fun at the camps. The biggest thing is make yourself visible to camps. A lot of the one-on-one drills, I know people get hung up, especially with lineman drills. If there's no pads in a lineman drill for one-on-one, not that much you can do with it. I think more the thing is, again, the most thing is an important impression. It does the kid say his height? Is it his real height? Can we make sure that it's his real height? Is our camps meat markets? You're damn right they're meat markets. Literally. You see coaches looking at the kids walk through. It's literally looking like looking for a price stare. That's all you're looking for. You're looking for muscle mass, muscle build, growth. That's what they're looking for. That's the most important thing. And it's a goddamn meat market. No doubt about that. I apologize for the language. I'm sorry about that. But it is a meat market. Not going to lie about it. Not going to lie. All right. So this was always, I love this one, and this was the thing that I got because someone sent me a thing on Facebook. I also got an email. What does deep dish football do? Well, deep dish football is Illinois high school recruiting blog. they also cover Illinois high school football. They also help, and what I do is free recruiting advisement sessions. If you want a free recruiting advisement session, feel free to schedule one. My email is coachbigpete@fpg@gmail.com. I give kids and parents advice for absolutely free, no charge, no IPS. Again, pay for recruiting services are a scam. Recruiting is 100% free. Do not pay for recruiting services. But I schedule free recruiting advisement sessions with parents and kids. And I talk about what they should be doing, what they should not be doing. Don't pay for recruiting services. That whole thing. That's the most important thing that I stress with the kids and the parents. Recruiting is 100% free. Football recruiting is 100% free. Do not pay any middlemen. Do not pay for recruiting services. Next Gen is a joke. My recruits, Coach Perone, you're a scumbag, and you know you're a scumbag. That's a joke. It's a scam. There's a couple middlemen in the Chicagoland area that said they can get kids scholarships. They take $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. There was a mom that $20,000 got stolen from her, from a jackass. So, please, and I apologize for the language. I do apologize. But again, do not pay for recruiting services. The best person in your recruiting process is your high school coach. Fill out the free recruiting questionnaires on college teams' websites. Fill out the free recruiting college questionnaires on college teams' websites. And I do not know why, because my Facebook live video is right now frozen. Why is it frozen? Back live. I apologize. For some reason, my screen froze for Deep Dish Football Live. Spring Cornucopia, I'm sorry, I apologize. My thing froze again on Facebook Live. Make sure you follow me on Facebook, and I'm also on Instagram Live, and my Instagram Live is going well. My Facebook Live, not so well. This is part 2 of the Spring Cornucopia. I apologize. I had no idea why the hell my screen froze. I do not know why. This is a young computer, and I have no explanation. I apologize for my screen freezing. I apologize for that. But what I just said, again, don't pay for recruiting services. It's a scam. Fill out the free recruiting questionnaires on college teams' websites. Email college coaches if they don't have a questionnaire. Email your huddle, your information, your GPA. If you have test scores, email your test scores. That is the best way for exposure, and it's absolutely free. Football recruiting is free. That is the most important thing that people need to understand. Football recruiting is free. Do not pay for a recruiting service. Okay. And again, if you're back, I apologize. The screen froze on the Facebook Live thing. I'm sorry. Me culpa. All right. So, and again, free recruiting advisement sessions. Schedule a free recruiting advisement session with you and your parent or your child. Emails coachbigpete@fp@gmail.com if you want to schedule a free recruiting advisement session. All right, so what is Deep Dish Football? And again, it is a blog. We do free recruiting advisement sessions. We do interviews. I talk Illinois high school football. I also do page run and shoot show as well as presented by Deep Dish Football with my co-host Patrick Codas. I talk about DuPage County football, area high school football, and I also do Deep Dish Football Live and Breakfast with Coach Big Pete. I cover everything, and again, the thing with Deep Dish Football in this is we give information to college coaches for free. We don't charge college coaches. We don't charge kids. Everything is free. So it's no big secret. I think a lot of people understand what Deep Dish Football is all about and what they did, and I think Deep Dish Football again was one of the smartest moves, especially with a group of high school coaches. They got pissed off at a lot of people because they said that they were doing stuff, but they weren't doing stuff. And there's a lot of bullshit prep writers, especially one main recruiting writer who says he shares his information with college coaches. And I've talked to numerous college coaches, and they've said, we've received crap. We've asked them numerous times for crap. And it sucks. It really does suck that you have writers that are saying that they're doing something, but they're not doing it. And saying you want to help a kid with recruiting and all that other stuff is good. But charging a kid $300, $400, $500, charging his family $400, $500, and say that you're helping, that's not helping. That's BS. And I know another publication that's writing articles, but they're also charging college coaches too. You can't do that. There's only one thing that you can, if you want to make capital off of one thing. You can't do the two-way capital thing. That's BS. And that's bullshit. So, again, there are some things that just recruiting writing has become very, very dirty. And I didn't realize it was that dirty. I barely paid any attention to high school football after I graduated. Until I got into coaching when I coached Westmont. My boy Coach Sybil got me in with legendary Otto Zeman. And just getting a grasp of recruiting writing, it's an effing joke. And I thought it was clean before, but it's a joke. And if you want to search Blake Carringer, a fake recruit that was given recruiting stars that were real from rivals. And that's led to the hiring of Clint Cosgrove, by the way. And Clint Cosgrove is a hell of a guy, and I think Rivals made a good hire, but it's just one of those things. All right. Talk about people, and that's for Deep Dish Football. That's what we do. And we do live interviews on YouTube, and if you're interested and want to be on the Dish, let me know. The Dish interview is, and they're like, well, how can I get on the Dish? Anyone can get on the Dish, honestly. Do I have to be a top recruit? Hell no. You can be Joe Schmo. I don't care. Again, Deep Dish Football is a free tool for you guys. That's it. And I know someone went into, finally, somebody went to a coaching clinic, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, last week, and said what he does for recruits. He does absolutely crap for recruits. And that's and that pisses me off too. And I'll get into that whole spiel later on. Talk about people you need to know in recruiting. Clint Cosgrove out of Rivals. He's a national recruiting analyst. He's one of the best. Rivals made this one of the smartest hires in hiring Clint Cosgrove. The guy's unbelievable. He's going to be on ESPN. He's going to be a national recruiting analyst in the coming years. You're going to see his face on TV. He is the real deal. Clint Cosgrove is a star. He is a star. I'm telling you that right now. The guy is... The guy's special. The guy's that special, and he's getting up there. He's climbing slowly. But I'm telling you right now, 5 years. If you were to tell me if he was a national recruiting analyst for ESPN, would you be surprised? No. He's that good. Clint Cosgrove is the real deal. A former Division I athlete, a former Division I coach, Division III coach, Division II coach. He's done everything. Clint Cosgrove is the real effing deal. I'm telling you that right now. Chris Roll, he's taking over for National Preps. He's taking over for Clint Cosgrove's spot. You need to follow Chris Roll, Coach Chris Roll, former head coach of Lake Park High School. Fill out the National Preps free recruiting questionnaire. Again, it's absolutely free. They get paid by college coaches to scout. Fill it out, National Preps. Follow Chris Roll. Next, Brian Alt. And Brian Alt of Catapult Sports is another guy you need to follow, Illinois Recruits. Fill out his free recruiting survey. Get your free recruiting information out to college coaches. Again, another service that's paid by college coaches. And it's absolutely free. Again, recruiting is free, people. All right. And then we get into other stuff. 24/7 recruiting is more for the Big Ten. It's more slanted towards the Big Ten because Rivals is more towards the SEC. And I think it was a smart move to start 24/7. On Free is another new recruiting publication. Trudeau, 24/7, does a wonderful job. I think he's a hell of a recruiting analyst. He's for the Big Ten Network. Matt Lemming and Jacob Lemming, Tom Lemming's nephews, they work for National Prep Red Zone, and they do a wonderful job scouting. Definitely two guys you want to check out for. What's the guy? Carnell Tate? No, I got that wrong. Debo, the writer for Prep Red Zone, he does a wonderful job. I'm forgetting a bunch of other name writers from Prep Red Zone that there's one Prep Red Zone letter I absolutely hate. I supported the kid, but the kid has been an absolute disappointment. He's been copying and pasting articles, and he just wants to get to the NFL. That's all he wants to do. He sees football players as a stepping stool, high school football as a stepping stool, and he uses the kids so he can get to the NFL, which is absolutely BS, and that pisses me off. So I don't speak that. I don't speak that crap. That piece of shit's name. But again, Edgy Tim, Illinois guy, a journalist. Again, Edgy Tim. He's got some good showcases. I like some of his showcases. What he does with EFT. He's another big name in the state of Illinois too. Channel 1450. Well, they're more into Illinois high school football. But those are the names that you should know. Felt the Prep Red Zone recruiting questionnaire as well. All right, let me get some water and then we'll do questions, and that's about it. And again, sorry for the stream they cut out. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask via the feed. How do I get recruited? What I say, felt the free recruiting questionnaires. Send out your information, tweet out your information, tweet out workout videos, follow college coaches, tweet at college coaches. Get your information out to those college coaches. That's the most important thing. What are some scam showcases? We Are Athletes. That is a scam showcase, people. Just bear with me. You've got one of the worst looking watermarks on a showcase. You have a showcase title name that says We Are Athletes. Does that make any sense? Does that make any sense? Let me ask you a question. Does that make any sense? We are athletes. Does that make any sense? And I'm no grammar professor or whatever. We are athletes. They've used my name saying that I was going to be at that showcase when I was not going to be at that showcase. They've used other people's names saying that they were going to be at the showcase. We Are Athletes is an absolute ripoff and a scam. It's $200. $200 for a shit showcase. Oh, you get a trophy. Oh, great. You get a trophy. Yay. I got a trophy, everyone. It's a scam. Don't do it. I've said this numerous times. It doesn't make any sense. I want you guys to think about this. We are athletes. We are athletes. Does that make any sense? No. Cheap-ass watermark. And it's basically a money dump. That's all it is. It's a money dump scam. That's all it is. That's all I got to say about that. Who are some of your early IHSA football favorites, Coach Big Pete? Why you got to do this? I don't like this. I like St. Rita. I also like Nazareth Academy. It's a very interesting school. East St. Louis is going to be on fire. East St. Louis is going to be there, and they're pissed off because they lost the state title game. Interesting thing in Naperville North. Glenbard West is looking great. Glenbard West is looking really good. Montini's looking awesome. If Montini's still in 3A, holy wow. I don't want to play Montini in 3A. Montini looks really good. Rochester, it's Derek Leonard. What do you expect? Ken Leonard, this is his last season with Sacred Heart Griffin. Ken Leonard could be there to prove something too. Who else? Lockport, they look good too. They lost some players, but they still look good. Lamont looks good as well. Lamont is very impressive. Reed Custer is balling right now. Reed Custer they lost one big key playmaker, but they got a lot of good kids back. Cassima graduated, but Reed Custer looks good. Who else? I'm trying to think. Icy is going to look unbelievable. St. Francis, unbelievable. St. Francis is hungry for a title. I said Nazareth Academy. Lincoln Way East. Oh, they're good. Loyola Academy is strong. Jake Sterney, he is unbelievable. That offensive line has got a depth like it's nobody's business. They got they're three string strong on that offensive line of Loyola Academy. Morgan Park, Kenwood Academy. Two very strong teams that could do some big, serious damage. Um, who else? Who else? Edwardsville could be a surprise. Trying to think. There's another small school that I'm forgetting about. There's a small school I'm forgetting about. Richmond Burren looks good as well. Johnsburg is another school that's interesting too. Woodstock. Can Woodstock finally make the playoffs? That's going to be a huge question. Wheaton North looks good. Wheaton Warrenville South, unbelievable. Batavia, the Batavia Bulldogs. Can't sleep on the Batavia Bulldogs and Coach Byron. St. Charles North, they look good with Plum. Glenbar North, don't sleep on Glenbar North. People are going to be sleeping on Glenbar North, and you're going to wake up with your throat slit because Glenbar North's that good of a team. And people are sleeping on Glenbar North. Geneva, can they continue their success? Oswego East, interesting team. York High School, another school. Veza is going to be unbelievable for York High School. Should be interesting. Mount Carmel, you can never count out Mount Carmel, St. Rita. Marist looks good. Bennett Academy, can they warm up? That's the most important thing with Bennett Academy. Lyle football in 3A. Homewood Flossmoor, Bolingbrook, Plainfield East. That could be a very interesting team if Paredes takes over. Alliance Township would be interesting. It's another interesting school. OPRF, not really. Westmont, my team, not really. Trying to think of anything. Forston, Lena Winslow, big 1As. Merrill Forsyth looks good too. Williamsville, another interesting team. So that's all that I can rattle off my head that I can think about. What hire has you impressed you the most for a head coach? Wakanda with Coach Terry. I like that hire for Coach Terry of Wakanda High School as head coach. St. Patrick High School. I love St. Patrick High School. I thought that was a great hire our alumni. Hersher's got a great hire too. Hersher made a nice hire. Trying to think of any other schools. Springfield High School made a great hire. Coach Heap's going to be a great hire addition. Well, he was an assistant coach, and he's going to continue to coach Gully's success. It's going to be good. Anybody else? I'm trying to think of any other new hires. There's a bunch of hires too, but yeah, it's not bad. Not a good hiring. I think any teams that could improve their fortunes with a hire with a good hire. I'm trying to think of the one school. There was one school that got an unbelievable hire. That did a wonderful job. I'm trying to think of the school's name. It's killing me, but yeah, that's about it. What game are you most looking forward to this season? Kankakee versus Nazareth is interesting. Nazareth versus St. Rita. Wilmington versus Reed Custer. Rochester versus Sacred Heart Griffin. The last of the Leonard Bowl is going to be interesting. Edwardsville versus East St. Louis. Batavia versus Phillips is another interesting game. Trying to think. Most of those Catholic school games are going to be good. Sandburg High School, I would love to see what they're going to do. Downers Grove North versus Downers Grove South is going to be a hell of a game. Hinsdale Central versus Naperville Central, big game out where I'm by. Where else? What else? Fenwick plays a nice game in the Fenwick versus OPRF. That's a good rivalry game too. Originally from that area, so That's a big dog game right there. Fenwick versus OPRF. That's a big rivalry game right there. Trying to think of anything else. Breeze Matter Day versus Matter Day. I'd love to see that game. The Milk Bowl. Big rivalry game right there. So, yeah, some good games. Who are some of your favorite journalists? Chris Durr, Channel 1450. They do a wonderful job at Channel 1450. My boy Jeff Orva out of the South Burbs. He does a wonderful job. That whole Southtown crew, the Tribune crew, Southtown. Who are some journalists that you don't like? I'm not going to go into it, but they're a little bit in northern burbs, and they're part of a little conglomerate. I'm not a big fan. Who wins the North Suburban Conference? Warren Township. I got Warren Township. I think Warren Township is the team. And if I'm wrong, I'll eat crow and you can call me a jackass. How much should I spend on the showcase? Less than $150. Favorite college team? I don't have a favorite college team. Really don't. I love college football. I just don't have a favorite college team. Do I cheer for some teams? Do I always cheer for the military academies? Yeah. Do I cheer for Kirk Ferentz because I like his recruiting style, and just because of my personal relationship with the Iowa coaches? I respect the hell out of them. Yeah. Eastern Illinois, West. I hope all the directional Illinois schools, they do wonderful. I hope they kick ass. I honestly really hope they do. Who's another? Who's one more? I will say this. I did cheer for Georgia Tech when Paul Johnson was doing the triple option. I love the triple option, and I love pissing off passing guru coaches. That's one of my favorite things to see is passing guru coaches get pissed off. Least favorite high school football field. This is an interesting question. My least favorite high school football field is Wilmington. Why? Because I hate that goddamn fucking motorcycle entrance. That motorcycle entrance pisses me off. It pisses me off big time. Why? Because our kids would get scared and we would end up losing a game big time. But Wilmington's motorcycle entrance it's a nightmare for some teams. It's a nightmare. And Coach Rintz does a hell of a job with those kids, disciplined kids at that Wilmington team, no doubt about that. Best quarterback for the class of 2023, Naperville North, Aiden Gray, Elijah Owens, Jacksonville, Jake Sterney, Loyola Academy, Hinsdale Central's got two quarterbacks, Ben Moynihan, Joe Miller, Richmond Burden. I'm forgetting some other quarterbacks. I'm forgetting Freeport's quarterback. I forgot his name. He's a hell of a kid, 6'5", 2. But yeah, those for the class of 2023. Should privates get their own playoffs? Should private schools get their own playoffs? If we do only private school playoffs, I'm going to say this right now. A lot of private schools are they're in between. People enrolling into this school, and I think a lot of the private schools are going to start losing some more and more kids. It'd be a waste. Do I believe that the multiplier rules should be changed a little bit to make it fair for public school teams? Yes, I do. Do I think recruiting's bullshit? Yes, I do. I think it's absolutely bullshit. So, I would love to see like a small school private school playoff and a big school private school playoff and that stuff. I think would be a lot fairer, but I don't think it's going to happen. And just because of the cost. And again, a lot of the problems that people are talking about in Illinois high school football, the big rule that people forget is money. That's the most important thing. And if it costs money, it's going to be a pain in the butt. It's going to be a pain in the butt. And you see, I watch my language. I'm becoming a good boy. All right. How come you don't like message boards and forums? And I keep getting this question every month. I don't like message boards and forums because they spew nothing but bullshit. 3/4 of them are lies. I had the personal thing of when I was coaching at Westmont High School, I got cancer, and I had someone go on a football forum and talk about my condition. a local jackass, and still haven't found that person. And the person that owned that message board played coy and stupid. And I'm not a big fan of it. I don't like high school message boards and football forums because they talk about kids. I think it's absolutely bullshit. I think football forums and message boards are a cesspool. I think it's bullshit that you have adult men who have had their fun and time in high school talking shit about a high school kid or a high school coach. When they won't say anything in public into their face, and they act like a bunch of little bitches online. I don't like that. I hate it. I think high school football forums should not exist. I have a high school football thing on Reddit, and that's a little bit of a forum. And you know what? No one says anything. You want to know why? Because they know that I would absolutely delete it. And I deleted stuff on it because it's bullshit. We've had lawsuits because of Illinois high school football boards and forums and football forums that have made false accusations against kids, and the kid's family actually sued one of those people. Wink. So, again, that's why I hate Illinois high school football forums and message boards. God, and this question comes to me like every 2 to 3 months. What diet supplement should I take? Let me ask you a question. Have you looked at the size of me? Do I look like an effing dietitian? Or a health food guru? What in your mind says, hey, you know what? I'm going to ask the fat guy, hey, should I take these diet supplements? Stop asking me that question. Trust me, I don't know, but this is my suggestion. Have a well-balanced diet and don't worry about supplements till later, till much, much later. Have fun. You're a kid. Have fun. That's all I can say. Have you made scouting mistakes? Yes, I have. There's one scouting mistake that I'm currently on right now, and it's pissing me off. TJ McMillan from St. Francis. He can play a lot of spots, and it's just like one of those things. I know he's gotten offers on different spots, but he's just a multi-hybrid athlete, and it's tough to find where this kid's going to play because he's that good. He's that good. So I made a bunch of scouting mistakes with him. I made a bunch of scouting mistakes with who was the kid? Running back because of his agility. I screwed up on that, and I screwed up on another kid because of his height. And I messed up on that one. And I admit to my mistakes. I do admit to my mistakes, no doubt about that. Unlike certain people who, I'm never wrong. I'm a football expert, which is BS. Anybody that calls themselves a football expert is full of shit. Football is a lifelong learning journey. I love football. I have passion for this game. But anyone that says they're a football expert is full of shit. I'm not going to answer that question. I'll talk about that later. And the last question, why are you leaving deep dish football? 1, I'm getting too old for this crap. 2, the next person is going to be a lot better than me. I guarantee you that. I know this person has a good educational background, has better grammar than me, no doubt about that, has a lot better grammar than me, can write a lot better than me. I write like a caveman, again, me caveman, and I think this guy's going to do a wonderful job, and it's my time to leave, and December, January is going to be my last time as the publisher of Deep Dish Football, but for these last months, these 8 months, whatever, I'm going to have fun. And I'm going to start calling out more people because people need to be called out on their bullshit. And that's one of the main problems with this whole recruiting thing is no one wants to say anything. Don't mess with anyone's money because if they're making money off of a hardworking family, you don't say anything because you got to make money off another hardworking family, which is absolute bullshit. Recruiting is free. That's one of the most important things. I'm going to start calling out some people. This is my last 8 months. I'm going to be a pain in the ass with a lot of money makers and a lot of scam artists, and that's a promise. I'm going to be the world's biggest asshole in Illinois high school football. No doubt about that. That's a promise. That's a promise. People need to be called out on their bullshit, and that's the most important truth. All right. Make sure you follow Coach Big Pete and Deep Dish Football on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. My email is coachbigpetefp@gmail.com. If you want to schedule a free recruiting advisement session, email me at coachbigpetefp@gmail.com. Parents and kids, and just talk about recruiting. It's absolutely free. I do not charge an effing dime. Again, recruiting is free. Deep Dish Football is free. So please, if you have any interest to schedule a free recruiting advisement session, and I want to do as many recruiting advisement sessions as possibly as I can before I leave Deep Dish Football. I want to help out so many effing families. And just let me know if you want a free recruiting advisement session. Again, my email is coachbigpetefp@gmail.com. And again, follow Coach Big Pete and Deep Dish Football on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and all that other whole thing. If you like my work, feel free to leave a tip/donation via PayPal link below. It's not there anymore, but the PayPal link's on deepdishfootball.com. Please visit deepdishfootball.com. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow me on Instagram. I'm also on Instagram Live too. And that is about it. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm going to actually see if there's any questions. I forgot to answer. Does anybody have any questions? St. Charles North. Maine South is always good. Come on. Maine South. Willowbrook. Willowbrook looks really good. Showcases are for writers. Agreed. Darnell Clay. Darnell Clay, thank you, Joff Payne. You are correct. I'm sorry about that. Darnell Clay, I apologize. He's a hell of a writer. Darnell Clay is up in he does a lot of the Lake County writing for Prep Red Zone. He does a wonderful job. What are the best linebacker camps? I like the Wisconsin camps, Wisconsin Whitewater, Wisconsin Lacrosse. North Central does a wonderful job with linebackers, too. Any questions? I had a question of who's going to win the ESCC. There's like 4 different teams that got a shot. Jeez. Loyola Academy, St. Rita, Nazareth, and whatever. Yeah. What are some of the best lineman camps? Practically, honestly, the Midwest. A lot of the Midwestern camps. A lot of camps that you pick in the Midwest, they're pretty good. That University of Indianapolis showcase is a great thing for linemen. North Central is a good thing for linemen, too. Lake Forest College, I love Lake Forest College. Coach Cat, big shout out to you. You do a wonderful job, my man. Any other questions? Hershey's going to be good, too. Tom Nelson's a hell of a coach. That's a good hire. Hershey hiring Tom Nelson. You are correct, sir. Michael Maloney, you're correct. You're correct. Michael Maloney, thank you, Michael Maloney. You're right. Willowbrook looks good too. Offer, he's looking good. Big shout out to Joshua Brown. He's going to NIU. I'm happy for that kid. Great kid, and I'm happy to see that he's going to NIU. NIU has got a steal. So, any other questions? Any other questions? I'm just sharing my live video on Instagram. Any other questions? I'm looking for more questions. And again, I apologize for my thing. No, thank you. Honestly, I totally forgot about Tom Nelson and Hersey. I apologize to Coach Nelson. I am an idiot. I literally forgot about that Hersey because I thought it was a great hire. And Coach Pardon, big shout out to him. He's a hell of a coach too. I love Coach Pardon. He was the guy that he's like, you got to come to the Hersey camps. He's an unbelievable guy. And it'll be fun. Hersey's going to be a good team, no doubt about that. And Coach Nelson's going to bring a young energy. All right. And that is it. Thank you guys so much for joining. And I do apologize. I really apologize for my screen freezing on the live thing. And I'll put this up on video on YouTube. Thank you guys so much. Enjoy the day. Have a lovely Saturday and have a good one. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.